So I found out that my camera has a 25-minute long limit on my phone. So we're going to get through this a lot faster than last time. We're going to skip the intro. This is Paul from JordanCon again, reporting in with the Eye of the World. Now these look really cool when they're on their side, aren't they? So at JordanCon, showed this game off, showed actually two people every single card that I had created, and I realized that I probably might want to do that for the audience that's interested in the game. So this is the Eye of the World. This is all 100 cards that I had generated. I'm going to go over it, and I'm not going to go into graphic details because I realize I need to have people actually watch the video because it's not 20 minutes long. So we're going to go over each one very quickly and proceed. So there are 5 black cards in set 1, each one representing a male channeler or a Forsaken. We have Randall Thor. This one is done by Kira Mayer. Again, like I mentioned the first one, this was the only picture of Rand that I could find where he looks like he's walking into Camelin right after he binds the sword with red. This is Kira Mayer, by the way. I think I mentioned that. Then we have a Logain Ablar. Logain, again, finding him outside of a cage, trying to put him in the city of Camelin, but I wanted to get that feel of him when he proclaims himself as a dragon reborn. And this is Ash Corvida. Then I have a Shamael. This is him when he's kind of tormenting the boys in their dreams. And this is done by Revenant Rising, is this artwork. Seamus Gallagher. You're going to see a lot of him. Probably would save a lot of time if I just put out all of his artwork. But I have an Agenor and a Balthamel, both done by Seamus Gallagher. Exceptional artist. Did pretty much all the portraits of the characters in the Wheel of Time for the first few books. Moving on to the white cards, we have all the ladies here. We have all 5 of the prominent lady channelers for the first book. We have Moraine Damadred right here. This one is done by Westling. Pretty much if you Google Moraine, this is one of the first pictures that pops up. Then we have Nynaeve Almira, done by Machion. Again, like I said in the last video that I filmed, I wasn't sure if this picture was intended to be Nynaeve, but I thought it captured her picture very well. Then we have Egwene Alvir. This one is done by, come on, focus on me. There we go. Tawny Fritz. She does a lot of artwork for this, and it's she's very good at kind of capturing that. I'm trying to, just capture that initial flavor of the first book. Then we have Elaine Tricand. This one is done by Flor Steins and captures the regalness of her very well. This was a model that I found that kind of captured what I pictured Elida looking like, just kind of pretentious and just kind of observing like she does. And this model was actually shot by a photographer named Luria, and there's another Elida in the gray colors that is her as well. Moving on to the greens, we have all the greens here, and we'll go card by card. So we have Landman Dragon. This was one of the first cards that I made, and this is Tawny Fritz again, just kind of showing him off in the Blight. We have the Chase Conley, the guy who did the artwork for the graphic novels with Elias Machira here. We have a picture of a grizzled gray wolf by White Voodoo, that is Hopper. We have, again, this is Chase Conley, even though it says Seamus Gallagher, with Patton Fane. Beardless Perrin. This is a big point of contention for me, finding Beardless Perrin, and there's very few pictures of him, and I like it. Great work, Chase Conley. We have Machan Telenvor. This is actually a model that was made by Het Noodlot, and this model I repurposed to make into a guardsman for the Queen's Guard in the form of Telenvor. Wolfpack, made by Louis Golby. The Murdral. This is again by Kira Mayer. Very good work. Chase Conley again coming in and swinging with the Drakkar. And then the Trolloc. This Trolloc was created by T. Biddy. That's what I had to put this as because that was the only name that was associated with it. Oh, we are flying compared to the last video. Wow, I was long-winded. I should do second takes more often. So after last year, I will do this one for a brief minute. After last year, I had a very hard time because I hated the picture I had found for Jeffrey Bornhold. This picture was put out by an artist that started putting out more Wheel of Time artwork named Lightwaved. This guy is amazing. If you can follow him on Instagram, I highly recommend his work. It is marvelous and always looks this good. So this is Jeffrey Bornhold. Next, we have Ani, I can't pronounce it. Matt without a hat, without his spear, without the dice, without any of the lace. This is Matt, early Matt. Wow, I really appreciated finding this picture because it even has the dagger. Then we have Rand here. We got Rand. This is also again by Seamus, or not by Seamus. This is by Chase Conley because it is from the graphic novels. Tam. This is Seamus Gallagher. This is pretty much all his portraits. They all have that white background, and I always loved them. And this is Tam Althor. This was like the definitive, this is the character of Wheel of Time for the longest time. We got Howl Goad. I had to repurpose a picture from a guy that was making a RPG, and this is by Skiver, and this is a merchant that looks like he's better than you. Ingtar, could not find a name for this one. Exceptional work. Kind of looks like him at the end of another book, but still very good. Town Watch. I wanted to capture that feel of they gonna die, and that's what the Town Watch does. This is done by Guinness de Millis. Another one by Chase Conley, The Children of the Light. I have the wrong name on there. I will fix it in the future. This is from the graphic novels for the White Cloaks or the Children of the Light. Queensguard. This was a repurposed picture of a knight from Kismina Kim, and it's the Queen's Guard for when Rand and the boys are in Camelin. Shinaran Cadet, again, this is Jeremy S., and the Shinaran Cadet, I just wanted to search for basically yellow top-knotted warrior, and because that's Shinar. Moving on to blue. We have all the blue here. This is Morgaze Trakand. I wanted to find a very regal beauty, and that was found by Rue Mirrodin, and this is Morgaze Trakand. Then, again, coming out with Seamus Gallagher with Gareth Bryn. Very good work. We also have Moraine Domadred. This one is done by that. Yep, that's what we're going to leave it at, but this is Moraine. This, I'm fairly certain, is Ariel Burgess, but I'm not sure because this said Red Era when I looked it up, but I'm pretty sure it's Ariel Burgess because this was on the calendar for stuff from Tavir and Tees, and I'm pretty sure that's Ariel Burgess, so please, if this is Ariel Burgess, please tell me. Then we got Gawain Trakand. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that redhead looking smug. This is done by Kisamez. Then again, we have Britt Martin making a Bran Alvear. I just kind of wanted that, kind of looks like he doesn't want to put up with people's crap type of person. What a mayor would look like in a small town. Then we got the village council. This is supposed to be all of them talking in a corner before Padden Fane shows up. This is done by Elmore. Then we have the Whitebridge Merchant, just a smug dude that is trying to get your coin when you travel into Whitebridge. This is done by Pesakisa. Then I got the Andoran Hawker, just the dude that really didn't like Rand standing in the corner trying to buy that red wire to wrap around his sword. And this is done by Derek Rector. And then finally, we have Lillian Russo with the Shinaran officer. Just looked like the warrior going to battle, knowing he might just meet his end. That's them marching to Tarwin's Gap. Moving on to gray. We are, how many cards in? 40? Wow, we still got a lot. Okay, let's go faster. Tom Drill Merlin. This is one of the most, recognized pictures of Tom out there. Seamus Gallagher. I'm pretty sure this is one of the most instantly recognizable Toms out there. We got Basil Gill. This one is done by someone I could not find. And Basil Gill is just that guy who's willing to go to war for his queen, but he's still that innkeeper. Reading a book. This is Galata the Damodred. I needed a very pretty actor, so that is the hint. Figure out who the actor is, and you get a high five. Same person, the same model from Luria, and this is her lounging. I just pictured her lounging on the chaise right before she confronted Rand about having different colored skin than most people in the Two Rivers. The Dabble brothers are exceptional, and they did, I believe, a picture of each Forsaken in their Age of Legends and current iteration, and I utilized that for these cards. So this is Agenor and Balthamel. Then we got this picture by Anna Lekavisky. It's the Women's Circle. I have Barrelon Serving Girl. This is done by Roleplayer72. You can picture where I got that picture. Then we have the Andorran Crowd. This is actually a picture of a Renaissance fair. So, go figure. And then we have the Village Maiden. This is mainly supposed to be Elsa Grinwell. And this is Kalina M. Harrier. I can't pronounce the whole thing, but very good artwork. Moving on to yellow, we are flying. We are flying. All right, moving on. We have Nynaeve, Almira, produced by Ndave once again. And I actually have another one by Ndave here. This is Egwene Alvir. This is her kind of when she's supposed to be in Beltane before she braids her hair, and this would be how Rand would picture her. I have the Tuath one here. We have Isla, which is Rhaen's wife, or Aram's grandmother. And yes, she is very young, because I forgot to make her hair gray. Anyway, this is all one artist. I can't pronounce the name, but this one and Rhaen are both done by the same person. So we have Rhaen here. Just kind of chilling. That is a flute, not a pipe. Again, same artist. This is Rhaen. Now we have Aram. This is done by Belvane. I made the colors different. My favorite quote, probably in the first book, Master Fitch, "You will get short shrift." I love it. Kira Mare, again, coming out, swinging and taking a good hit. Got Master Fitch. Next, we have the Village Goodwife. It's just supposed to be how Rand describes all the women in the Two Rivers. Joe Bob Briggs is this one. Village Goodwife. Then we got the Tuath One Dancers. I just pictured pretty much all the Tuath One I pictured as gypsies. And this is what they came out with. And this is when they are enticing Perrin with their fancy dance. And this is Mos Spinique. And I have the Village Wise Woman. This is kind of when Rand and Matt are trying to find someone because there's no wisdom. And this is Haltier Tortori. And finally, we got the Innkeeper. Just kind of chilling. This is the Innkeeper that I pictured when they're in Whitebridge. Done by Clyde Eldridge. Pretty much right before they say, you don't want to deal with those folk. You know, right before Tom lunges at the Murdral. Brown cards. Cool. We have Ishamael. Once again, this is kind of when he's sending the Raven. And this is done by Eltherdinic, or Eltherdelic. Pretty cool. Samethsa, or the Green Man. This is done by S.Z. Diesti. And I thought it captured that ancient feel to him. We got Min that I could not find the name of the artist for, but I thought it captured her very well. But this is kind of late game Min, but there isn't very much that you can get with Min for the early books. Seamus Gallagher, once again, he's kind of populating this a lot. Bale Doman, one of the few pictures besides Ariel Burgess's picture of Bale that's out there. This one was pretty controversial, but I kind of pictured this as the Mordeth from the Age of Legends, like back in or the Arthur Hawkwing period. And this one is done by Joe Bob Briggs, and I thought it was pretty good. And then we have Loyal. This one, I could not find the name of the artist, but this is Loyal. Then we have Camelin Artist. So this was like someone trying to sell stuff in Camelin, or sell their work. The Pirates, Smugglers, the ship crewmen from Bale Doman's ship. This is done by J.J. Peabody. Then we have the Barrelon Shopkeeper. I needed to find a picture that kind of captured that essence of Rand realizing that a bundle of apples in Barrelon was the price of pretty much a horse in the Two Rivers. And then finally, sorry about the coughing, the Shinaran Tactician. This one was done by Alex Allen Design, and I thought it captured the feel of like Shinar with the yellow, the top knots or the shaved heads, and all that. Locations. We have the two rivers, done by that Pentheron, I can't pronounce it. So we got the two rivers. Bear Lawn, which I couldn't find the name of the artist for. Shatter Logith, once again, could not find the name of the artist for it. The Spray. This one was done by... focus. There we go. Harsana Koge. White Bridge, pretty much the first picture that pops up anytime you see White Bridge, or you Google it. It's done by Darth Andrea. We got the Tuatha Wagons. This one was done by G Firefly. We have the Four Kings, which again was done by G Firefly. Kind of captured that darker tone. This was a model that somebody built, and I used it as, I pretty much searched circular medieval city, and that's what I got. And this model was built by John B. Thorpe. And I put the background and some other stuff to make it look real, but this is Camelin. Faldara, this is repurposed artwork from another game that I made. And this is Faldara, kind of a keep. And then finally we have the Blight, done by Spartan. Thought it looked really cool. Moving on to the last few cards, we're down to the last 20. We're going to get this in under 20 minutes. We got this. Okay, so this was one of the first renders I ever made in my life, and we're just going to end it at that. I was really proud of it at the time. It's not so exceptional now, but it still looks pretty. Cover of Nights when they're fleeing the two rivers. More artwork by me, Illusion, Ambush, Charge into Battle. Unless I say it's another artist, it's me from now out. Separation, Steading, Deception, Rainstorm, The Ways. Now this one is done by another artist. You search for it on Google. This is what you get for The Ways. I could not find the name of the artist. And finally, Ancient Wisdom, done by me, another repurposed picture. And finally, the last 10 cards, which are the item cards for the first set, which are, pardon the camera work, hand's getting a little tired. The Heron Mark sword. I made a sword render and put the Heron Mark on there and made the background. So these are mine. Once again, we'll go back to, if I don't say another artist at the time, they're mine. We have the Ivory Woman statue. I don't know who made this, but I used this artwork. I believe if you search the Angreal sign, or Angreal from the first book, this is the one that pops up. We have the Two Rivers Longbow, again, done by me. The Masterwork Axe, done by me. Rations, done by me. Goldmark, done by me. Warder Cloak, done by me. Travels of Jane Farstrider, done by me. The Ways, this was a picture done by K.E. Jenny, and I thought that it looked exactly like what Loyal describes and the boys describe when they're going to find the Waygate in Camelin. And then the last card is the Shatter Logith Dagger, and it was done by John Snyder, and I thought that it just kind of looked so menacing and so like rough. Why wouldn't you pick it up? So this is the Shatter Logith Dagger for the first set. Anyway, so that is the Eye of the World, set 1 of this game that I've been working on. Let me know what you guys think. If you have better suggestions, I will happily credit any artist if you want to submit some type of artwork to me to try to get on these cards. As of right now, this is what I got, and I will make another video in the future covering set 2. So have a good day, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.